Spoon Spoons. I'm Spoonie, and welcome to the channel where we are unfiltered, unafraid, and pain recognizes pain. I wasn't going to film today, but I promised that I would get in front of you if I was having a bad day, and we're having a bad day. It stems from the fact that I've been in a flare for a little bit. I've been filming. I've been trying to figure things out. And when you've been in a long flare, I say it's just a flare. It's not. It's these ebbs and flows. It's a loss of affection. So for me, my entire spine is messed up. From top to bottom. From top to bottom. And I have nerve pain. It shoots down my leg. I know you all know what this is, so I don't have to explain it to you, but the problem comes in when the person that you love. Because when you feel this way, right? When you're at your lowest of lows, when you're feeling so beat down and so in pain and so like this is never gonna end, the only thing you want is a hug. But you can't have that hug because that hug hurts so badly when it's just been so much pain and so much anguish. And it feels like it's never, ever, ever gonna end. And you go to bed hurting, and you wake up hurting. And then, when you're sick, when you don't feel good, when you're sad, when you're tired, you just want to be cocooned. You just want to be wrapped up and told it's okay. It's not gonna last forever. Sorry. Pulling it together. My husband didn't come from a really demonstrative family. They weren't hyper affectionate or huggers or things like that. It's just not how they were. But I was 17 years old when we met, and I loved affection. I loved that feeling. So when we built our lives together, when we started coming together, one of the things that I told him was how much it meant to me. It doesn't even have to be big things, right? When we're standing in line at a grocery store and you feel a hand on the back of your neck, or just a rub on the shoulder. All those small touches that we didn't know we took for granted before, those small touches now cause us just immeasurable pain. And then when you have somebody like my husband, a spouse, a loved one, the person, your person, and they know what you need, but they love you so much that they're not willing to put you in pain, and you tell them, it's okay, I need this. Sometimes I need to sacrifice the pain for my mental well-being. Sometimes I need that hug no matter how much it hurts. But how do you convey that to somebody? To somebody who really truly loves you, when they're like, I could not cause you pain, or I could cause you pain. So then, especially if you're in a flare, or in a time period of pain that lasts for so long, it's almost like you become ghosts in the night. just passing by each other, not even touching. And it's so hard to pass by the person that you love the most in this world and not be able to touch them. To go from a relationship where you always had an arm around each other, a kiss, a hug, a smack on the back end, to just feeling the air pass by you as they walk. It takes feeling isolated to a whole new level. You are well and truly alone in this moment, and you are scared, and you just want love. You want someone to stroke your hair and say it's okay. I don't care if you're a girl, I don't care if you're a guy, I don't care who you are. You want somebody to wrap you up and tell you it's gonna be okay, and it will end. We'll get through this. And I'm coming to you this way because this is where I am right now. I've been doing all of this, I've been putting it all out there, and it has been costing me spoons. I am in such a deficit. I think I'm probably about 350 spoons in deficit by now. And rightfully so. My husband gets frustrated when I don't save my spoons for him. And I understand it. I'm having a hard time because we're like ships passing in the night. But for him, when he sees me spend spoons on other things, he feels pushed aside. And that is not what it is. But I understand how he feels that way. And I completely understand him getting upset. For a very long time, it was me and him against the world. Right? We're the exception, not the rule. I put the first part of my love story out, and I'll link it down below. But we had so much happen that a lot of people would not make it through, and we have sat and said to each other, if just one thing in the litany of things that brought us to this point had changed, I don't know that we would have been together in the first 2 years that he was in the Air Force. If I had a family, if I had a place to go, if I had a place to run to, I don't know that we would be together. It just goes to show that life knew better than us, because we were meant to be together. And that's why the times that he's sitting in the chair next to me, and ordinarily it would be a hand on my leg or a rub of my arm, and I get that it doesn't happen when I'm in a flare, but then when it keeps not happening, when it becomes the norm, it's okay to sacrifice some physical pain for mental health. To go on a walk, even though it's gonna hurt. To water walk in the pool, even though you know you're gonna hurt. To get a hug and a kiss. And to be wrapped up in somebody's arms, even though it's gonna hurt. And I haven't even gone into my son. My son is in college. He's local. But I see him once a week maybe. He's busy. He works 2 jobs. He goes to college full time. And when he comes over and I hurt so badly that I can't even hug my baby, there is nothing in the world worse. And I would hug him and take all of the pain, every bit of it. But he won't do it. He won't hurt me. I'm gonna sound like I can chase him down, right? I'm trying to be better at communicating that sometimes we need that mental relief. We've had that buildup of mental pain, that longing, that isolation, and we will accept any amount of physical pain if we can just relieve that, if we can just get wrapped up, if we can feel your skin against ours. And when it's not normal anymore to simply walk by one another and blow air kisses and not touch. So, as we work through this, let's be more open. Let's be more honest. And let's make them understand that the feel of their skin against ours, the feel of their lips against ours, the feel of their arms encasing us, it's worth it. It's worth it. It is 100% worth it. And I know that this got really red-faced and really ugly crying. But I know some people, I know that this can't just be me. I know that there have to be groups of you out there, people out there, who are isolated and feel like you're in a museum or some kind of display case that people can look but not touch. You know, my big fragile sticker. Fragile, breakable. And I am. But I would rather be broken by a hug from my husband or my son than tripping over the sidewalk, which, if anybody knows me, you know is going to happen. So, I just wanted to come and vent and exercise it and let you know that you're not alone, and to talk it out. Talk about trying to communicate, letting them know that we need it. We need that touch. We need that love. And I'm not talking about just the dirty stuff. I know we need the dirty stuff, but I'm talking about just skin to skin with the people you love most in this world. So, let's communicate. Let's make sure they know that mental health and mental relief is just as important. And I'm in it with you. Pain recognizes pain, and I see you. I love you, Loon Spoons.